What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Wildcard Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Steven Wildcard, and we got 3 topics we're going to talk about today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We're doing this every Tuesday. We're dropping a new episode, and it is March Madness, and it has just started. We're filling out our brackets. Filming this on a Tuesday. It's coming out on a Tuesday, so fill your brackets out very soon, today, if you're watching this. We do have a group competition between all of us in the Wildcard Sports community. So it's called Wildcard Sports, and the link will be in the description. You could join it. It's free to join. It's for bragging rights. Right now, we got about 5 people in it, so let's get more in there if you're watching it. If you're watching it today, Tuesday, click the link in the description. The password for it is Wildcard, capital W, all one word. So join that. If you watched my last video, I did a video yesterday picking my brackets. So you already know my winner. I'm going to tell you right now, it is Houston. They fall under a lot of categories that give them the blueprint to win the national championship. I really like him this year. There's this guy on Instagram that I follow. His name's Ryan Hammer. And I don't know if you know about him, but maybe some of you guys follow him. Give him a follow because he knows so much about March Madness. He literally knows everything about every team in the tournament. So he talks about Tier 1 teams and Tier 2 teams to win the national championship that have the blueprint to win it based off of stats and based off of past winners for the national championship. So pretty much, I'm not going to go over every team he has in Tier 1 and Tier 2, but Tier 1, he has Houston to win the national championship. He has Purdue to win the national championship, and he has Arizona to win the national championship. But I can't trust Purdue. They kind of choke in these spots. They don't make it deep into the tournament, and I do think they'll choke. Same with Arizona. I don't think they'll make it. They'll make it far, but I don't think they'll even make it to maybe not even the Final Four, possibly make it to the Final Four, but lose there and not make it to the championship. So I really like Houston in this spot. A lot of people are on UConn to win it all, go back to back, because they've just been dominating this year in all categories. But they do not fall under Tier 1 resume to win the national championship. They are actually in Tier 2. So it doesn't hurt to bet on UConn. But if you look at the odds for March Madness right now to win the national championship, yes, UConn is at the top at plus 300 or plus 370. And then we got Houston right there in second, plus 600, then Purdue, then Arizona, then UNC. I think UNC falls in Tier 2, I believe. So the top 3 in Tier 1 are second, third, and fourth in the odds to win the national championship. So I really like Houston. I'm going to go with them. Sometimes the obvious doesn't always happen. A lot of people are probably going to be picking Houston this year to win it. A lot of people on UConn as well, but I can't see them going back to back. I feel like they could choke down the stretch for UConn. And same with UNC. I don't even see them making it to the national championship in general. So who knows there. I do really like Auburn this year. I have them going very far. I even have them winning it in one of my brackets. I'm going to be filling out a lot of brackets this year, or this upcoming tournament, but we only have today to do it and maybe tomorrow morning. There are some play-in games today, so today and tomorrow. So enjoy those, but fill out your brackets. All right, moving on to topic number 2. Just wanted to get that one out of the way. We like going over memes people post online. People truly believe these. We got one right now I want to talk about. It's about Odell Beckham. I'll show you guys on the screen so you guys can see it. So this one's posted by Jarrett Bailey, and it says, "I say this with no disrespect to him whatsoever, because it isn't his fault. The most overrated player in the history of the sport." He's saying it is Odell Beckham Jr. And I think he is saying that because of the catch. You see the picture there. That pretty much changed his career for the rest of his life. Ever since then, it put him in the top 5 receivers for the NFL for this generation. And Odell Beckham definitely deserves it, and he is a great receiver. He's a consistent receiver. I do kind of agree with this guy. He is overrated, I would say. He gets a lot of chances to keep playing in the NFL. But at the same time, Odell is very consistent. It's not like he's a terrible receiver by any means, not even close. But from that one catch where he catches it with one hand, over his shoulder, over his back pretty much, just stretching out, catching it with one hand, it's pretty amazing, I know. But that changed his career. There are so many receivers now that have made great one-handed catches. It's kind of becoming more of a thing because the gloves are like so sticky. It's kind of easier to do that. Obviously, you have to have, great athleticism to do that. But there are so many receivers doing that now. So maybe, Odell Beckham kind of started that, like the nice, crazy one-handed catches. So that's kind of put him way up here and kind of in the overrated area. So I do somewhat agree with this post. Is he the most overrated player in the history of the sport? I mean, the history of the sport's it's a stretch. So I wouldn't go that far. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. And is Odell Beckham Jr. the most overrated in the sport? Overrated wide receiver in the sport, we'll say. We'll just stick to wide receiver. Yes, I do agree he is overrated. So that's my take on it. Moving on to another meme that I found online. Someone posted. Of course, it has to be posted from a Cowboys fan. And here it is. I'll show you guys on the screen. It says, Dak Prescott is the Patrick Mahomes of the NFC. I mean, the guy who posted this can't even truly believe this. You can't truly believe what you just posted. Dak Prescott is the Patrick Mahomes of the NFC. For one, Dak makes it to the playoffs, sure. He wins enough games to make it to the playoffs. But what happens in the playoffs? He chokes. He doesn't show up. And sure, it's not all Dak's fault, but he's a big part of it. He is the QB after all. The big difference here, Patrick Mahomes, year after year, goes to the Super Bowl and wins Super Bowls. So to compare him to Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. You just can't do it. And I feel like a delusional Cowboys fan made this post, obviously, because they just, love Dak. But it's one of those things. I feel like the Cowboy fans are split here. I know not all Cowboy fans love Dak. A lot of them want him out, but a lot of them think they believe in him and they think he could take them to the next level eventually. But when will that be? You got to do it now. Cowboys aren't doing anything in free agency, so they're looking just to draft and, build within, which I like. But they have a solid team now. Don't you kind of want to make a run through the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl? You got to pick up some free agents here and there. They could have got Derrick Henry, but they didn't really make a strong push for him. At least it didn't seem like it. So this meme is pretty ridiculous. Doesn't make sense. I know this guy's delusional, whoever posted it. But what do you guys think? Is Dak Prescott even a top 5 quarterback? I would say no. Not right now. Sure, he puts up the stats, but it also means, can you do well in the playoffs? Can you take your team to at least an NFC championship? And he's not even doing that. So I want to hear your guys' opinion on Dak Prescott. But that's it for me, guys. I wanted to talk about March Madness and those two memes, Odell Beckham Jr. and Dak. Stay tuned for next week. I hope you guys do well in your brackets. Remember, do not forget to join the Wildcard Sports Bracket Challenge. Link in the description. The password will be there. Password is Wildcard with a capital W, all one word. So I can't wait for that. Thursday and Friday are going to be a blast just watching college basketball all day long. So you guys enjoy March Madness. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll catch you guys on the next episode of the Wildcard Sports Podcast. See you guys later. Peace.